Hi guys, welcome back. What's poppin', my J dolls? Make sure you like before this video starts. Make sure you subscribe and leave a comment below. Like, you know, obviously I'm a small YouTuber, so I actually do read the comments, and I usually do comment back or heart the comments. So comments are appreciated, especially if you have any input with this topic. So today, guys, I'm going to be talking about life after college. So it's going to be a lot of talking. I'm not going to try to make it too long, but if you don't like talking, or if you're not interested in life after college, or kind of like what you can do to find a job, if college is a scam, all the questions that people have either before they go to college or after they graduate college, then I suggest you exit out the video because it's gonna be talking. So anyways, you guys, I kind of have notes, so if I'm looking down, I'm gonna look at my notes, because you guys, I am a ranter, and if I don't have notes, I'll start being like here, there, everywhere. So I need my notes to kind of get through this video. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. So first, I'm gonna talk about my experience finding a job personally, like my major, what kind of jobs you can get with my major, what job I got, and all that stuff. So I've been out of my undergrad, which if you haven't been to school yet, you don't know what an undergrad is. First of all, you guys, let me tell you this. I am not a professional. I am not an admissions counselor. I am not a financial aid counselor, any of that stuff. So I'm not an expert. This is my own experience and what I know, because I graduated college. I'm in school for my master's, and I have friends that graduate college. So also I've learned from their experiences as well. So I am not a professional or a pro. This is just my experience. But anyways, you guys, so for me, so undergrad, if you don't know what it is, undergrad is like when you graduate from a 4-year degree, so you get your bachelor's degree. So I graduated from my undergrad May 2018, so like 2 years ago, almost 2 years, not a full 2 years. So I'm kind of gonna tell you about my experience, what I majored in, and like how fast I got a job and all this stuff. And first, I'm gonna tell you guys, college, to answer the question I'm gonna put on the thumbnail, can be a scam. It could be a scam, kind of is a scam, but if you know what you're doing, you can prevent being scammed. Okay, so anyways, I went to school for fashion merchandising and a minor in business administration. And a lot of people are like, what the heck is that? Like, who majors in that? You will never get a job. You're gonna be broke for life. Could happen if you don't do it right. But you guys, fashion merchandising is kind of like fashion mixed with business. So it's not fashion design. You're not making clothes or anything. You're more on the business side of fashion. And with that being said, most people go to school for that, for like buying, if they want to buy for like a Target or corporate retailer, or if they want to do some type of marketing in the retail aspect of things, or if they want to be in retail, like as a manager, like assistant store manager, or district manager, something like that. Like, that's what you would go to school for. So my best advice is, if you're looking to go to school and you're not in school yet, really think about what you want to do, what you're passionate about. And that's what I did when I was looking to fashion merchandise, because I was passionate about fashion. Like, I really love fashion, but I knew I didn't have the patience to be a fashion designer, and I knew that that wasn't a promised job. But I also knew like I was really good at business. So I was like, okay, what? I looked it up. If you Google, like, okay, I really like this and I really like this, what kind of jobs would be best for this? What kind of majors would be best for this? I say, like, even though people in college switch their majors like every 5 seconds, I say that's a waste of money and a waste of time. It happens because you change your mind, but turn this off. It happens, but because you change your mind, but it is a waste of money, because you have to drop classes, you have to change classes. Try to kind of figure it out a little bit before college. Like, I know it's hard, or just take your generals until you figure it out, but just make sure like you're making a decision that's gonna fit you, what you like. Not all about the money, because if I was about the money, I would have became a lawyer, a doctor, a nurse, but I can't take blood, I can't take none of that nasty stuff. So if I could, I would. But you guys, don't think about like all about the money when you're choosing a major. Make sure you think about what you're passionate about, what you like, what's gonna actually make you happy. Anyways, so I majored in that, and then I graduated in May 2018. After that, actually, I got lucky. Okay, you guys, I got really lucky because my job that I used to work at when I first graduated college recruited me from LinkedIn. So literally I had a job before I even graduated college. Like, I was offered my job probably about a month before I graduated college, and they're like, okay, you're gonna start this day right after, like the next month after you graduated. So I literally started the month after I graduated, and I did do the interview process. So yes, I was recruited, but what I did first was a phone interview. After I did a phone interview, I did a Skype interview, which is different, weird, but it kind of really happens. Like, after college, sometimes you do Skype interviews, or where they have you record yourself answering the questions, but you're timed and all that stuff. Like, it's really weird, but it happens, especially if you're gonna move, because some companies will pay you to like do an interview and fly you out somewhere, but some companies are just like, hey, we're gonna either Skype face to face, or you're gonna record yourself on this, like, whatever application they use, and answer these questions. So yeah, it was interesting, kind of fun. My third interview, I did an in-person interview with the district manager of the old company I used to work with, and I'm not gonna say the company name, but I'll tell you guys what I did. So I was assistant store manager for a retailer that I no longer work for. I worked there for almost 2 years, and I'm just now switching companies. But that interview process, when I got done with the third interview, I literally got immediately offered the job within like 2 hours after the interview. So, you know, I was super excited and everything. And I'm also going to tell you guys how much I made and stuff, because I'm not like contracted with them anymore. You guys, a good thing to know, this is very like informational. So if you don't want to know this type of stuff, you probably don't want to watch this video. Once again, I will say that. But a good thing to know, you guys, is sometimes you cannot talk about your salary. You need to really make sure you're reading. When you get offered an actual career job or a salary job, they're gonna make you sign an offer letter. In that offer letter, a lot of times it will say you cannot talk about your salary or anything like that, because the reason why is they offer different people in the same position different amount of money. Like, just because you get the same position does not mean you're gonna get paid as the same as someone else, because it's about experience. So I can talk about my last job because I don't work there anymore, but I can't talk about how much I make at my job now, type of thing. But at my last job, you know, like I said, I was there for 2 years. I was assistant store manager, and I was in charge of like soft lines. I'm not gonna go on to that because it's just a whole nother, I would have to list all the departments. It was a big store. And I was also in charge of price changes. So anyways, there I started off, when I first started school, graduated school, I started off at $47,500 a year. Now, let me tell you guys, when you get out of college, you will not make millions of dollars, okay? You will not make, you probably won't even make $50,000. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like, unless you're either a nurse and you have that really good experience, and they might start you off at that, or unless you're a doctor, you've been in school for 8 years. You're gonna be getting paid more than that, obviously, because you're in school for 8 years. So you guys need to really be aware of that and look it up. Google like how much people typically make when they get out of school, or like with your career, because I literally thought, okay, I'm gonna get out of school, I'm gonna make 50,000, because back then I thought 50,000 was a lot of money a year. It really ain't. I mean, it's good, like, I'm not being ungrateful, but like, it's in reality, like, once you have kids, once you have bills to pay, 50,000 is not as much as you think it is. Now anyways, I thought I was gonna get paid like $50,000 after school, and then I started realizing that people around me were only getting paid like out of school 40,000. So I'm like, what the heck? You go to school for 40,000? I don't have the whole calculations, but 40,000 is for sure under, like, it's like $20 an hour or less or something like that. I'm like, that's what we go to college for? But I started seeing like everybody around me that graduated were getting that type of pay. So I'm thinking, okay, as long as I get 45,000, I'm gonna be cool. So they offered me 47,500. So I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, I will take the offer. You guys never do that. I always make sure you do your research, how much you should get paid, what you think your worth is. Always try to negotiate. But yeah, I didn't do that because I just got out of school and I'm like, oh my god, this is so much money. Like coming from making like $23,000 a year to like $47,500, it's like, of course I'm gonna take it. Like you think I'm not gonna take this job? Anyways, y'all, so yeah, that's what I have there. When I first started, when I first got offered the job in May 2018, that's what I accepted. And I had 3 weeks of vacation, 1 comp week, benefits, obviously medical, dental, vision, which was expensive as hell. Okay, so that's another thing, you guys. Yeah, you're gonna have benefits, but like how much you're gonna have to pay for it, how big is the deductibles, that type of shit is really important. If you want something on that, you might have to look that up, or that would be a whole nother discussion for a different video. Anyways, you guys, so that's what I first started making. And then 2 years later, not 2 years, I lied, a year later, once I got my raise, I started making $50,000. So the raises were not that big, but $50,000 was like accomplishment for me because that was always a goal for me. So I'm like, okay, I'm making $50,000, you know, I'm making so much money, which wasn't so much money. Like, it's good money, okay? But things are expensive now, you guys. Rent is expensive, car payments are expensive, loans are expensive. So let me talk about debt. Kind of like my experience with debt, student loans. Student loans are hella expensive, you guys. Like, I think right now I probably have like $80,000 in student loan. Okay, first of all, why the hell are they vacuuming in my video? But you guys try to ignore that because I'm gonna still keep going. Okay, so anyways, like they stopped vacuuming because I'm at the hotel, you guys, because I'm traveling for work, which I'll talk more about. But anyways, for debt, you guys, like I'm like $80,000 in student loan debt, but I'm in school for my master's, so it kind of makes sense. But I also go to a private school, so also like think about that when you're picking colleges. If you haven't started college, if you started college, it's too late. You're just gonna have to learn how to live with it. Like, you're gonna have to learn that you're gonna be in debt for 20 years. Oh my god, this is so rude. I am trying to make a video. Anyways, you guys, just ignore that. But you have to realize you're gonna be in debt. Everyone's in debt that go to college. Like, it's just gonna happen. But I feel like if eventually you make as much money as you owe, then it's probably a good deal. Anyways, you guys, so I'm gonna talk about also like not liking my job, because like when you get out of school, you know, you're not guaranteed to like your job. Actually, everyone that I talk to, a lot of my friends that graduate college hate their first job. They hate it. Yeah, they're making more money, but it consumes your soul and you hate the job, or it's a toxic environment or something, and it's salary. So if they say you're gonna have to stay here all year, all day, all 26 million hours, you're gonna have to do it. Your salary. That's the whole point of salary. It's like you have to stay long hours if you need to, which that's the one thing I hate about salary, guys. Like, when you're getting a job, you want a job that has a good work-life balance. So try to look into companies that have a good company culture. Like, always ask about that. A company culture is like pretty much like kind of how they treat their people, like what they feel is important as a company, things like that. And if that fits your values and what type of values they have, that's very important. Because if they think that like their employees are just slaves, which they won't tell you, but you really figure it out, or they don't value their employees, that's a really big bad sign. And that's actually a lot of reasons why people don't like the companies they start with after college. Anyways, I'm gonna go into now what I do now. So what I do now is I'm still assistant store manager, but I'm with a different company, and I'm getting paid way more than what I just told you I got paid. I can't tell you guys how much I'm getting paid, but I'm getting paid pretty well. So that's that. I can't go into too much details, but I'm assistant store manager. I don't know what my position is yet because I'm kind of still in training. I don't know if I'm gonna be operations or probably merchandising, but either way I'll be fine. So that's kind of why I'm traveling for work. I've been here in Denver for a whole month. I'm from Minnesota, if you didn't know. So yeah, I actually go home in 2 freaking days, and then it's my birthday weekend, so I'm so hyped to go home. All right, anyways, so I'm gonna kind of tell you guys how to find a job after college. So for me, what's really important, because the way I got my second job, which I just started literally last month, is through LinkedIn again. You guys, make sure your LinkedIn profile is updated, like, and very informational about your roles, about your experience. Make sure you get a professional headshot taken of you that you can put on your LinkedIn, because if you're in a place that's like kind of hard to hire because it has a low unemployment rate, recruiters are gonna be out looking. If they see like, oh, this person has what we need, they're gonna be graduating soon, they're gonna reach out to you. You're gonna get messages of offers all the time, like, because that's how I got my second job too. I actually got recruited. Now let me tell you why I got recruited, because this plays a good part in how to get a job after college. The way I got recruited is because I have experience. I've been working in retail since like I was 17, 18 years old, you know, and now I'm about to be 24, and I had different roles, and I've been a manager before back in the day. Now let me tell you guys, experience in school is really important. Like when you're in college, don't think you're gonna just get a job because you have a degree. Not gonna happen, you guys, because so many people are getting bachelor degrees out here now. Before, back in the day, you probably could get a job just because you have a degree. Now you have to have experience. So if you're going into school for like engineering, right, you want to make sure while you're in school for engineering, you're getting internships for engineering. Okay, I would start that as soon as like junior, sophomore. If you can do sophomore year, end of sophomore year, I would do end of sophomore year too. But you really want to show that you really have experience, because that's what they care about. They don't freaking care about a degree. Yes, it's one of the qualifications, but they don't give a rat's ass if you got a degree and got no experience, because they're going to hire somebody that has both, you guys. So that's the biggest thing, and that's what they're going to look for in your LinkedIn too. Do you have experience for this job? You know, they're going to reach out to you if they think, oh, you might be a good fit. So you guys, internships. Another thing is, in college, you want to show your work, and you don't want to show that, oh, you're just in school. Like, yeah, education is important, but you want to show that you can multitask. Like, you can actually carry a job and also be in school. So think about that. Even if you do like a, what are those called? Study, like the work studies, where you work at your school or something. Like, but you want to make sure you get experience in what you're going to do though. So if you're going to do something that heavily involves customer service after you graduate school, or communications, you want to work into something as a work study that involves that. Or if you're going to go into journalism or something like that, you want to make sure you're doing a work study at school that actually revolves around that. Or you're even if you're doing your own little business, if you have your education on it and your business is doing great and you have that experience, that is what you need to get a job, you guys. Experience. So you can do internships, you can do a regular job, you can do your own business things, but they have to make sense towards your career. And so that's kind of how I got reached out to LinkedIn, because I have the experience, so they want me. So that's what you want to really do. Another thing is, what makes you successful is not giving up. When you graduate school, you're gonna have to like literally apply for 1 million jobs. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, because some people are not even gonna look at your resume. Like, some people are gonna be like, huh, this person has this experience, trash. Oh, this person has never done this before, trash. Oh, this person just got out of college, trash. You guys, you're gonna have to apply, you know, interview. And you can't get discouraged. And that's hard, because I almost got discouraged when I got my second job. I literally done like 4 interviews. This whole process was like 2 months, which is a whole nother story. But like, you can't get discouraged, because when you get discouraged, it's gonna show out in the way you perform. Like, for instance, if you start like thinking negatively about your job experience of interviewing stuff, you're gonna bring that into your interviews. Like, I'm getting freaking sick and tired of freaking interview. Like, are you serious? Another interview? You're gonna come in that interview like, you're not even gonna know you're coming off that way, but you will come off that way. So that's another thing, is make sure that you're applying, interviewing, okay, you guys? And don't feel discouraged, because it takes a while sometimes after college. Like, I just got lucky and got a job like in advance, but it takes a while. And if you want a job in advance, make sure you're looking like at least 3 months before you graduate college. So that's another thing. Because I was determined to have this job right after college. If you're the same way, make sure you're actually putting the effort in, you guys, because it actually takes effort. Let's see here, you guys, what's to kind of watch out for. So when you guys are like first starting out, you just graduated college, watch out for like places that are gonna just offer you a job and scam you. Pretty much, they're gonna just give you a little bit of money that you know you deserve more. Like, they're gonna give you $18 an hour, and you're like, what the heck, I just spent $40,000 on school and you're gonna pay me $18 an hour. Well, I need a job, I'm gonna take it. You need to watch out for that, because they will take advantage of it, because they know that you need a job. So they're gonna just be like, okay, they're gonna work for this, like I'm just gonna offer them this. You guys need to make sure that you are negotiating your offers. Now this is a hard thing for me, because my first job I didn't negotiate my offer because I didn't know any better. And as a woman, actually there's studies showing that women are more scared to negotiate offers than men, and that's why a lot of men are getting paid more than women. Okay, so you guys just make sure you're doing that. Second time I didn't need to negotiate because I told them the range I want to get paid on, and they paid me over that range. So you guys don't cheat yourself either. Like if you cheat yourself, that's what they're gonna pay you. Like if you think you're worth 40,000 and you say, oh, I just want 40,000, they're gonna pay you like 43,000. If you really think that you're worth 50,000, you need to tell them, hey, I want 50. Like if they ask what you want, just say like, I'm looking for 50,000 a year, and just sound confident about it. And that's what I had to say, like not 50,000, because I don't make that, I make something else. But you know, like that's what I had to say. Like you have to be confident in what you want. And people tell me like, don't ask for that much, and I asked for that much and I got more. So you guys need to make sure that you're confident about what you want, especially if you work hard for it and you have the experience for it. Okay, also like negotiate benefits. So like if they're not giving you, like you can't really negotiate medical, vision, and dental a lot. Usually that just comes with the company, but you can negotiate vacation sometimes. Like if they're trying to give you 1 week of vacation a year and your salary, you need to try to negotiate. Okay, hey, if I'm getting paid a little less here, I kind of would like another week of vacation, you know, type of thing. You know, you don't want to settle, especially in this generation. We really like to travel. If you like to travel, make sure you're not settling. That's another thing, because there's always going to be jobs out there, but you don't want to come off negative. So just make sure you're just saying like, oh, you know, is there any way, like I actually would like another week of vacation, is there any way you can add that in the offer? You guys just have to be vocal about it and be confident about what you want. I think I didn't talk my head off, you guys. So how can college be a scam? Well, college can be a scam if you go through college and have no experience with what you're gonna work for. Like let's say if I was working retail the whole time I'm in college, but I want to become a buyer, they're gonna look like, retail experience is important for buying, but it's not gonna make them want to hire you as a buyer. They want to see that you actually buy, you know. So if you actually went to school and then did an internship in buying, then they'll look at your application like, okay, this person might be really good in buying, let me put them in that position, right? But college can be a scam if you don't have any experience within that area, because people are applying and they have more experience than you, or they might have graduated 3 years ago. So you guys, it can be a scam. It really can be. And it's hard to find a job after school, but it is possible. Like if you just follow the steps I just told you, I'm sure you will be able to get a job. And if you don't give up and don't settle, you'll be able to find a job. But all I want you guys to know is happiness is the key to life. Okay, if you're not happy with your job or with your career, please get out of it, because you're going to be consumed. You're going to become a toxic person, and money is not everything. So it's not all about what money you make, it's about how happy you are. If you're able to live, like if you're able to live and you're doing better than what you did before college, I think it's always great. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.